This is King David right here. This King David praying against the enemy. We're gonna read it from the internet and from this book. So let's start with the internet. Psalms 109 verse 1. God, I praise you. Do not be silent. Wicked people and liars have spoken against me. They have told lies about me. They have said hateful things about me and attacked me for no reason. They attacked me even though I loved them and prayed for them. I was good to them, but they repaid me with evil. I loved them, but they hate me in return. They say about me, have an evil person worked against him, and let an accuser stand against him. When he is judged, let him be found guilty, and let even his prayers show his guilt. Let his life be cut short, and let another man replace him as leader. Let his children become orphans, and his wife as a widow, and his wife a widow, I mean. Make his children wander around begging for food. Let them be forced out of the ruins in which they live. Let the people to whom he owes money take everything he owns, and let strangers steal everything he has worked for. Let no one show him love or have mercy on his orphan children. Let all his descendants die and be forgotten by those who live after him. Lord, remember how wicked his ancestors were, and don't let the sins of his mother be wiped out. Lord, always remember their sins. Then make people forget about them completely. He did not remember. Hold on. He did not remember to be loved, and he hurt the poor, the needy, and those who were sad until they were nearly dead. He loved to put curses on others, so let those same curses fall on him. He did not like to bless others, so do not let good things happen to him. He cursed others as often as he would wear clothes. Cursing others fill his body and his life, like drinking water and using olive oil. So let curses cover him like clothes and wrap around him like a belt. May the Lord do these things to those who accuse me, to those who speak evil against me. This is King David. And King David said he was the Most High's anointed. This is King David praying against the enemy. How come in the New Testament they telling us to pray for the persecutor? Pray for those who that despitefully use us, do wrong to us. But then they put Israel in there. You see what I'm saying? Is you seeing what I'm saying? Is you seeing what I'm saying? Now let's go to the book of Malachi. Hold on, wait a minute. Find what page that's on real fast. 1031. Chapter 3 and verse 6. Book of Malachi. For I am the Lord, I change not. Therefore ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. So in the book of Malachi, the Most High said that he changes not. Therefore you sons of Jacob are not consumed. Why in the New Testament? How come in the New Testament it's speaking about Gentiles and all that type of stuff being saved? Heathens being saved. Now, my thing is this, because in the book of John, Christ said this himself. Said John chapter 14, hold up. Come on, man. The book of John, chapter 14, verse 10. Believest thou not that I am in the Father, and the Father in me? The words that I speak unto you, I speak not of myself, but the Father dwell in me. He doeth the works. So this is the Bible. This is Christ Himself saying this, according to what they saying, what the Bible say. They said this is Christ saying this. Now, like I said, if it's precept on precept, line up on line, how it's supposed to be taught. How come Christ is not saying the same thing that they were saying in the past when they was dealing with the Most High? They went against the enemies. They prayed against the enemies. King David prayed against the enemies. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me see that. What's that? Okay, Exodus 23, and this what I wanted. But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thy enemies and an adversary unto thine adversaries. So that is according to the words of the Most High in the Old Testament. If we obey the voice of the Most High, He's going to be an enemy unto our enemies and an adversary unto our adversaries. But He said that in the New Testament, the Father dwells in Him. How come He's not speaking the same thing that they were speaking in the past? Because according to what they understood, King David understood that by him obeying the voice of the Most High, that the Most High was going to be an enemy unto his enemies, that the Most High was going to fight for him. As our forefather Moses has spoken it through by the Most by the spoken it from the Most High. That the Most High spoke. I mean, you get what I was saying, man. You get what I'm saying. The Most High spoke it through Moses. Trying to twist up, they messing up my words and stuff. But in any way it goes, it's like this. That's what I'm saying, man. This is why I say I reject the New Testament. Because if because if you know what I'm saying, Christ Himself, that's what they saying, that He said that the Father is in Him, and they saying that it's precept on precept, line up on line, how it's supposed to be taught. How come Christ is not saying the same thing that they were saying in the past? He's saying pray for the enemy. They said that that's the words written in red is the words of Christ. That's what the books say. You see what I'm saying? So we just using wisdom. I'm using wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Because like they say, it's line up on line, precept on precept, right? You know? So yeah, man, I reject it. This is part of this is the reasons why I'm rejecting this, because I'm asking questions, but I'm telling you the reason why I'm rejecting it at the same time. Because it don't add up. They saying two different things. Now they say the Bible is one whole book, which is it. It is one whole book. But it said read it precept on teach the Bible precept on precept, line up on line. Here a little, there a little. And you got to study to show yourself approved. That's why I can ask these questions. No, I can ask these questions now, man. Because hey, listen, I'm gonna say this. It don't sit right with me. It don't it's not lining up. So I'm starting to understand why in the book of Psalms why David said that they had taken crafty counsel against thy people. They consulted in one consent. Went they as confederate against thee. I'm starting to understand why he said that, man. So for all of us that believe that it ain't been tampered with, you a lie. If it ain't been tampered with, how come there's so many versions right here? This book been tampered with. So get off of that. Like we got like get out of that. And in the book of Proverbs, it tells us what. Let's go to that real fast because you cannot hate reproof. You can't hate reproof, bro. You know what I'm saying? You cannot be all like, he don't know. Nah, but you can't think like you can't be told nothing. You can't be taught nothing. You can't think that. And they go for all of us, bro. 15 and 10. Correction is Proverbs. Correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way, and he that hateth reproof shall die.